If you're in the thick of divorce or separation, feeling overwhelmed, uncertain, and maybe totally alone, take a deep breath. You're exactly where you need to be. Welcome to the Soft Landing Divorce Podcast, where we dive into real strategies on how to guard your wealth in divorce without falling prey to greedy lawyers, even if you have no trusted allies to lean on. What sets us apart? Ken and Sarah cut through the noise of the divorce industrial complex, sharing hidden solutions that save you time, money, and heartache. Stuff the pros won't touch because it disrupts their game. No matter if you're just dipping your toes into separation or knee-deep in the mess, we're here to guide you and your kids to a softer landing with dignity, clarity, and true peace. Curious yet? Grab your coffee, settle in, and let's uncover what the industry hides, with Ken and Sarah leading the way.
So I got something super cool for you today. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Soft Landing Divorce Podcast. I'm Sarah, and I've got Ken here with me again, and we're about to do a deep dive into something that's honestly been keeping me up at night thinking about it.
Oh, this is going to be good. I can already tell by your tone.
Right? So Ken, you know how we always talk about helping people guard their wealth during divorce without falling prey to greedy lawyers? But today I want to dig into something bigger. The whole, what do you call it? The divorce industrial complex.
Absolutely, absolutely. And this is where things get really fascinating because most people don't even realize they're walking into a trap. The divorce industrial complex, it's this whole ecosystem that's designed to keep you dependent and keep you paying.
Okay, but let's back up for a second. When you say industrial complex, what does that actually mean? Because I think some people might hear that and think we're being dramatic or conspiracy theory-ish.
No, this is actually a real socioeconomic concept. An industrial complex is when businesses become completely entwined with social or political systems, and they create this profit economy from these systems. The thing is, they pursue their own financial interests regardless of what's best for society or individuals.
Wait, so you're saying these businesses might have started with good intentions, but now they actually profit more when they don't solve the problem?
Exactly. You've hit the nail on the head. They may have been created to advance a social goal, like helping families through divorce, but they mostly profit when that goal isn't reached quickly or efficiently. It's like they profit from maintaining systems that are actually detrimental.
Wow, that's pretty dark when you think about it. So what does this look like in practice? What are the actual hidden costs people don't see coming?
Oh, there are so many layers to this. First, there's the obvious financial burden, the legal fees, court mediation services, therapy, and these costs just keep escalating. People walk in thinking they'll spend maybe $10,000 and they end up with bills that are 5-6 times that amount.
5 or 6 times? Are you serious?
Completely serious. And that's just the beginning. The emotional toll is huge too. You've got this stress and anxiety from navigating all these complexities, and it creates what feels like never-ending divorce nightmares. Even with professional support, people are struggling with depression, anxiety. Their mental health just tanks.
So it's not just the money, it's like the whole system is designed to make you feel overwhelmed and dependent. Is that what you mean by the profit motive stuff?
Exactly. The exploitation risks are real. When professionals prioritize profits over your well-being, they push unnecessary services, they extend the process. There's this conflict of interest where financial incentives lead to maximizing billable hours instead of actually solving your problem.
That makes me think of something. You know how people always say, get a good lawyer when someone's getting divorced? But it sounds like sometimes that advice might actually be part of the problem.
Well, here's the thing. Good lawyers exist, Absolutely. But the system creates this dependency where you feel like you can't make any decisions without multiple professionals involved. You become over-reliant on services, and you end up feeling completely disempowered in your own divorce process.
Right? Like you're not even in control of your own life anymore. And I'm guessing this affects different people differently based on their financial situation.
Oh, absolutely. There are massive access disparities. Not everyone can afford the full range of services, so you get these inequalities in support and outcomes. And then there are biases and discriminatory practices that affect the quality and fairness of services for certain groups.
So the people who need help the most might actually get the worst outcomes. That's really messed up. What about the whole adversarial thing? Like, doesn't it feel like the system almost encourages conflict?
You're spot on. The adversarial nature of traditional divorce actually prolongs conflict instead of promoting amicable resolutions. Multiple professionals sometimes give conflicting advice or encourage more contentious strategies. It's like they're escalating disputes instead of resolving them.
And meanwhile, families are just getting torn apart. What does this do to communities and like the social aspect of all this?
The community impact is huge, and there's this stigma around divorce that gets worse when the process becomes this big, complicated, expensive ordeal. It affects your social standing, your relationships, and when children are involved and the process gets contentious and drawn out, family dynamics just get completely disrupted.
So it's not just about the couple going through it, it ripples out to affect everyone around them. And then there are these systemic issues too, right?
Right. The overcomplexity makes divorce seem so daunting that people either avoid it when they should leave, or they get discouraged from seeking simpler solutions. All these bureaucratic hurdles delay everything and increase frustration. It's like the system is designed to be as complicated as possible.
Okay, so this is pretty depressing, but you didn't bring me here just to bum everyone out. What's the alternative? How do you break free from this trap?
This is where it gets exciting. The soft landing divorce settlement method. This is my approach to completely sidestep the industrial complex. It's designed to help couples reach amicable and fair agreements without the high costs, extended timelines, and emotional stress.
Tell me more about how this actually works. Like, what makes it different?
It's mediation-focused. First and foremost, you've got a neutral mediator, that's me, helping spouses communicate effectively and reach agreements smoothly. No adversarial lawyers trying to maximize conflict for billing purposes.
So instead of each person having their own lawyer who's trying to win against the other side.
Exactly. It's collaborative. Instead of relying solely on lawyers, we use a team approach, financial advisors, therapists, child specialists when needed, but they're all working together to support the couple, not fighting each other.
That sounds so much more human and probably way less expensive.
Oh, massively cost effective. We're talking about reduced legal fees because we're minimizing court appearances and battles. The structured approach streamlines everything, so you're saving both time and money. And the focus is on shared goals that benefit both parties instead of this win-lose mentality.
What about the emotional side? Because that seems like such a huge part of what makes traditional divorce so brutal.
The emotional support is built right in. Access to counseling and therapy to help cope with the emotional aspects, but it's focused on healing and moving forward. We provide tools for managing stress and anxiety instead of amplifying them like the traditional system does.
And the financial stuff, because that's usually where things get really ugly.
Financial transparency is key. Financial advisors ensure fairness in asset division, spousal support, child support, and we include long-term planning to secure both parties' futures. It's not about hiding assets or trying to screw over your ex-spouse.
So what are the actual benefits people see when they break free from this industrial complex approach?
First, empowerment. Couples retain control and autonomy over their process. They make decisions that suit their unique circumstances instead of being pushed into cookie cutter solutions. And the solutions are personalized and flexible.
That control thing seems huge, like getting your power back.
Absolutely. And it reduces conflict dramatically. Less adversarial interactions, more peaceful resolutions through collaboration and mutual respect, better co-parenting arrangements because communication and cooperation improve instead of getting worse.
And the money aspect?
Economic relief is huge. Lower overall costs because of the efficiency and reduced litigation. Fair and transparent financial settlements that ensure both parties achieve stable economic futures. It's about preventing financial ruin, not causing it.
What about just feeling better throughout the process? Because traditional divorce sounds absolutely miserable.
The emotional well-being piece is so important. You get a supportive environment instead of a combative one. Less contentious process helps people manage stress and transition more smoothly. The focus is on healing and moving forward, reducing those long-term emotional scars that traditional divorce often leaves.
And how long does this typically take compared to the traditional route?
That's one of the best parts. Efficient resolution. Streamlined processes and cooperative approaches lead to quicker settlements. People can move on with their lives sooner, and by minimizing court involvement, we avoid all those delays and uncertainties that turn simple cases into complicated nightmares.
Ken, this sounds almost too good to be true. Like, if this method exists and works so well, why isn't everyone doing this? What's stopping people?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The industrial complex has momentum. People don't know alternatives exist. And frankly, there's a lot of money being made from the traditional system. Change threatens that profit stream.
So it's like people are stuck in a system that benefits everyone except the actual families going through divorce.
Exactly. The soft landing method offers compassion, efficiency, and cost effectiveness. It helps couples break free from that trap and promotes a more positive, empowering divorce experience. Collaboration, fairness, emotional well-being, these should be the priorities, not maximizing billable hours.
For everyone listening who might be facing divorce or know someone who is, what would you want them to take away from this conversation?
That you have choices. You don't have to accept that divorce has to be this expensive, traumatic, drawn-out battle. There are alternatives that put your family's well-being first instead of feeding into a system that profits from your pain.
So as we wrap things up, I keep thinking about all the people who've gone through traditional divorce and how different their lives might be if they'd known about these alternatives.
It's heartbreaking, really. But the good news is that more people are waking up to this. They're demanding better options, and professionals like me are creating those options.
And on that note, I think we've given everyone a lot to think about today. This whole conversation has really opened my eyes to how much the system we take for granted might not actually be serving us.
Knowledge is power. Once you see the industrial complex for what it is, you can't unsee it. And that's the first step toward making better choices.
So here's my final question for everyone listening. What might you do differently now that you understand the hidden costs of the divorce industrial complex? Stay curious. Keep those questions coming. And until next time, keep advocating for yourselves.
And that's a wrap on today's episode. Divorce doesn't have to be as complicated, costly, or drawn out as the industry often makes it seem. Are you tired of feeling exploited and disempowered by the profit-driven divorce industrial complex? You have more choices than you've been told, and more strength than you may realize to reclaim your path. If this sparked something in you, here's how to dive deeper. Subscribe to the Soft Landing Divorce podcast for game-changing strategies that protect your family. Leave a review to help others discover this lifeline. And if someone's in the thick of separation, share this episode. It could remind them they're not alone, and a better way exists. Grab our resources, show notes, and links in the description. We're building a community that proves divorce doesn't destroy families. Join us. Hit subscribe. We've got more insights coming your way. Until next time, keep aiming for that soft landing. You've got this, and we've got you. That's Ken and Sarah. See you soon. Disclaimer: the information provided in this podcast is intended for general informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. For legal guidance specific to your situation, please consult a qualified legal professional in your jurisdiction.